Today, we're going to take a look at oyster poop. You might be wondering, do oysters even poop? Right here, this part is the oyster's anus. If you press here, you can see the oyster poop come out like this. Now, let's take a closer look at it. This video started from a viewer's comment. Alright, let's begin by collecting some oyster poop. The oyster we prepared today is a rock oyster. This is a wild oyster collected from brackish water, where river and sea meet. It's about 5 times larger than common oysters. Since we're observing oyster poop, we thought a wild oyster might be better, so we chose this one for today. Oysters have very hard shells, so preparing them is quite difficult. First, we cut out this edge here. Bivalves keep their shells tightly closed using a muscle called the adductor muscle. You know the part we eat called the scallop or muscle? That's the adductor muscle. If you carefully cut this muscle, the shell opens like this. Now, do you see this wide area here? This is the oyster's gill. There are 4 layers arranged like this. And this gill is the most important part of today's video, so please remember it. First, if we look behind the adductor muscle, we can find the oyster's anus here. If we press it, we can extract the oyster poop like this. Pretty amazing, right? After drawing it with a dropper, let's observe it under a microscope. We place it under a slide glass and magnify it. At first, you can see lots of debris-like material. Since this is waste that has already been digested, we expect that almost everything would be dead. But, can you see this? Something is moving actively. If we zoom in further, it's quite shocking. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure what kind of organism it is, but you can see hair-like structures, similar to cilia, moving extremely fast. And over here, there are organisms that look like barnacles, moving leg parts to create water currents, as if they are feeding. Isn't that fascinating? In addition, we found microorganisms that appear to be diatoms. And although they are hard to see clearly, there were also strange organisms moving very quickly. So, in oyster poop, we discovered many more active living organisms than we expected. Inside the oyster's digestive tract, we can find traces of various plankton. The reason is that oysters are filter feeders. They filter organic matter and plankton from seawater to eat. It is said that a single oyster can filter about 200 liters of seawater per day. That's an incredible amount, isn't it? But why do oysters filter water? It's because filtering is how they obtain food. An air purifier works by pulling air inside and trapping dust with a filter. Oysters use the same principle. They take in seawater into their shells and filter out organic matter and plankton. The filter inside the oyster is the 4-layered gill we showed earlier. Oysters are simply trying to eat, but as a result, they also purify water. In a previous dissection video, we saw something caught in the oyster's gills. That was evidence of plankton being filtered. In that video, we even found a live larva of a cnidarian, and many viewers said it made them stop eating oysters. It was a bit shocking, wasn't it? Oysters transport the filtered food using the movement of cilia on their gills, and then move it to the mouth located here to eat it. Their digestive tract continues like this, and eventually the waste is expelled through the anus. Interestingly, oysters can also adjust how much they eat depending on the type of food. They even spit out food they don't like, so they can be picky eaters. Not only oysters, but other bivalves like clams and mussels also feed by filtering water, so they have similar filtering abilities. However, because of this trait, bivalves can accumulate toxins produced by harmful plankton. Especially in spring, toxic plankton that cause shellfish poisoning become more common. So eating bivalves at this time can lead to food poisoning. So please be careful when eating them in spring. Did you enjoy this close look at oyster poop? At Fishy Science, we show you scientific knowledge and concepts so you can see them with your own eyes. If there's a creature or experiment you're curious about, please leave a comment. We may turn it into a video. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe. Revealing the mysteries of the unknown through science. This was Fishy Science.